father was healer. My father is healer, is a fisherman, is a agricultural man. Even they taught us how to live in harmony, how to purify our soul. Yeah. Using the things we have here. When we can use part of these to meditate. Yeah, when we are fishing, we are meditating, surrounded by the things that we have. It's when we can have a lot of having things in our head, because there are days we are liberating. That is how to keep our soul alive.
There's no real blueprint for happiness. Everyone's going to have their own definition of what happiness is, and me personally, like, I guess, I look at other people and I think, well, they look happy in like the typical standard conventional life, and I kind of envy that because I just can't find happiness that way. I'm chasing happiness almost,
And the happiness, well, is here. And the happiness is here because the trees, the sounds, the animals, but everything is happiness for us, for me, like Amazonian people.
I don't know. I find my happiness in a lot of different things. Obviously, like travel, film, like being creative. But it's like a blessing and a curse. I mean, I'm just not content with, I guess, like a white picket fence or like a normal life. Like, I don't want to work a job the rest of my life. Like, that just seems like hell to me. And a lot of people I know, they do that and they seem happy. I don't know if they're happy. Just for me, I'm just not content with that life. I know what I want, and I'll do everything in my power to get it.
We have needs every day, but it's not enough to be sad. It's not to be on depression. It's not to be in mental problem. Yeah, because after that, so having another things that we can resolve that. Different disease, right? When you start to have depression, you start to consume another kind of drug, it consumes more. Yeah, but here we can resolve everything because our happiness is around us.
One day I can feel super happy, I'm euphoric. The next day I can just be low, and I can be low for, weeks. We're lucky in the UK that we don't have the Pokemon sounding medications, your Xanax, your Percocets and stuff like that, because I've been on like numerous antidepressants, and I had terrible side effects on that. I changed to another one, and that was okay, but it hurt my stomach. And I'd heard about this one called metazapine, and I wanted it because I also knew it was prescribed as a sleeping pill. And I took that for years, and that was mainly because of the sleep. I wasn't addicted to metazapine. I was just had a reliance on taking them to sleep. I couldn't sleep without them. But yeah, I mean, these are drugs. We have like beta blockers. I take beta blockers for anxiety. They don't do much. They just stop a panic attack.
Yeah, but if we talk about LSD, cocaine,
weed, alcohol, Xanax, Percocets, and sertraline, Zoloft, Adderall, MDMA or pills, like different names for it.
It's part of many kind of drugs, in the world. But that is different if we use ayahuasca. And then so the ayahuasca is different. It's not a drug. Yeah, it's when we are combining the health of us, we are finding a way how to help people. Different of LSD or another kind of drug as a cocaine, they are destroying people. But the ayahuasca is the opposite. It's helping and building new people in the world. That's the difference.
Cocaine, a lot of people are doing it. I think in adult life, unfortunately, it's surprising how many people are doing cocaine. Look, I do think some people need to take medication. It's easy enough to say we should all take natural things. To an extent, I agree with that, but there's some crazy fucking people out there, and I think, let's be real, some people need to be medicated. Yeah, I mean, trying to eat well is difficult. The reality is that most meat is coming from these factory farms. You don't know what they're putting in it. Same with vegetables. They're filled with preservatives. If I have a Big Mac, like, the thing is, it tastes great. There's no denying. A Big Mac does taste fantastic, but straight away my stomach hurts. Almost as soon as I've digested, my stomach's hurting. Lack of energy after a Big Mac, or any McDonald's, or like fried fast food.
Yeah, that is the reason I look so young. Despite I am 41 years old. We are not gordo, not fatty.
No.
Why? Because every day we are balancing our diet. One day we are vegan, one day we are vegetarian, and second day we eat everything, fish, bushmeat from the jungle. Yeah, but it's different. You find food in the city. Yeah, so the foods are coming from different places, maybe from the coast, maybe from the mountains, from Peru. Yeah, but here we are producing our foods. My father is a fisher. My father is a farmer. Me too. Yeah, because so we open an area, it's when we want to have yucca plantation, plantains of banana, we start to cultivate our own products. Yeah, that is.
I think that's how most people want to eat. It's just not tangible for most people. And I struggle a lot in the city. There's no denying the opportunities are in the city, but I just feel cooped up. It's easier in a city for things like Uber Eats and Ubering around and stuff like that, but you go to a park in a city, there's so many people there, and that's fine, they're enjoying it, but it's not the same as if you're in nature, and you can get away from people, you can, there's wildlife, it's extremely beautiful.
Just the insecurity is more dangerous in the city. Now it's complicated, the life in the city, labeling every time, you have a phone, money, you have a credit card, just protecting, but here, just, not so dangerous, but at least so we have risks. Yeah, every day, so we need to take care from snakes, take care from animals, from the river, but everything. But at least so we are here. That's the life here.
Look, I don't really have too much problem with technology as a whole. A phone as a phone. If you think of a phone 20 years ago, a mobile phone, it was used to do one thing, which is call people or text people. And that is a good thing. It's good that we have FaceTime now. I live abroad, I can FaceTime my parents and stuff like that. The problem a little bit, I would say, is social media, more than anything. And again, of course, there's pros to social media. I also have social media. But a lot of bad has come from social media.
In the city, comparing the city with this area, the villages, is when there the cell phones are dominating, are controlling the life of many people. But here is different. Just so we can use just the phone, just at least to have contact or to communicate with the rest of the people, if you have friends in Iquitos or around the world, or in all the countries in Peru. But no, the cell phone is not dominating us. So
it's like a tool.
Yeah, because so we are having another how to enjoy our life.
I think there's like a domination of social media, and that's like going to run into the schools, it's running into the workplaces. A kid in school, if they don't have Instagram, like, are they going to get bullied, or I don't know. We're older, but for kids, I really worry about social media because it's changed. When I was a kid, it was fucking Facebook. When I started high school, it was just such a very basic social media. People were playing Farmville and people were doing statuses. Instagram was literally just pictures. There was nothing more. Now they're all like the same. It's all like TikTok, and we're exposed to so much information every day. We're exposed to like too much, and I think there's massive negative effects. I think a lot of mental health problems is to do with social media.
Because the technology is not enough. For that reason, so we are keeping, at least so we are keeping our tradition. But what will happen someday, so the locals, we will have technologies, having a good phone, having a good, we are going to love everything.
Yeah.
Will be?
We hope so.
Yeah, that is. But I hope at least so we are keeping that. Yeah, still.
Okay.
I really worry about the generation below us, mainly with social media. I think technology is a part of our life. I've got no issue with technology, TVs, you know, whatever. Phones as a basic component. I've got no issue with that. I worry about what social media is becoming, and if I had children, I would definitely try to keep them off social media as long as possible. It scares me quite a lot, to be honest.
It's incredible. It's incredible when I saw many times and realized many times it when despite foreign, European, American, Asian are living in big cities, having the last technology, but many of them aren't happy. But here, so we can see, oh, they're enjoying, they're happy because I know it's so new for them. See nature, see trees, birds, animals. Oh, it's incredible. It's when I can realize it's when they never are having the things, so we are having here. Yeah, this is how we can compare that. Yeah.
Technology, we rely on it so much, and that's sad. I always think like to indigenous tribes, or maybe not so the Amish because they're more religious, but there's the tribe in North Sentinel Island, and they're not even sure they've discovered fire. They're the ones that everyone hears about. You know, if you go there, they'll kill you. A common cold could kill them because they're not used to our germs. Do you think they're happy?
You know, the Amazonian people, villagers around, they aren't rich. They aren't rich people. But despite so we are rich in other things. Yeah, we are rich in other things. Even we can enjoy the things that we have. With that, despite so we don't have money, but we are happy. So yeah, we are happy. Our soul is working very well. Our brain is working very well. Our body, our friendship is working very well. Yeah. It's different with rich people. The rich people, they're dying every day. Yeah. They're sick. They're sick in money, investment, but everything.